So she was having problems with the radio station connection thing, wouldn't work. Then went to Skype and it wouldn't work. And our phone wouldn't work. And I said, we've got a lot of energy around here. So I've got them on video. And she's like, really? Oh, yeah. It's real.
Which is bowl number one, the smallest or the largest? Or...
Well, the root is the red. If you follow it up from the bottom up, this is the root, this is the sacral, and this is the solar plexus, and this is the heart, this is the throat, this is the third eye, and this is the crown. So they're kind of in order this way.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's kind of separates this. So I can, because when I play them, sometimes I'll play more than one at the same. This one I use for the zero chakra. Now I'll explain it in the meditation, but the zero chakra metaphorically is under your feet. And so it eliminates your path as you walk. So you walk in it's kind of a protection of Mother Earth or being grounded in your earth, your true self. It's your earth. And this is 432 hertz, and that frequency, it's actually F, which is love. But because of that frequency and the size of it, I use it for the zero chakra for this meditation.
Is that the Westminster chakra?
Yeah, Westminster time. About ready, time to start.
Yeah. That's like my grandfather quote.
Yeah.
I didn't take your chair, did I? The sound is great, though.
Yeah,
We previewed it.
I did. Okay. Is it going to be able to work good with these, or
Yeah.
did you
Oh, it sound. Yeah, we heard you playing them.
on the mic on the
Uh-huh.
picked it up? Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Is the podcast live?
It's the video. It's going to be streaming live.
Okay.
The podcast we couldn't get it. We couldn't get it to. There was some sort of error. I don't know what it was. We couldn't get that live, but we did a live interview on Facebook, and I'm going to try to see if I can get that.
Facebook's the only one I didn't check. I broadcast and stuff.
Yeah.
So I looked at the website
Uh-huh.
and then I went to YouTube and I kept it live.
And that's where it was
I figured
supposed
out-
to be. I'm not real sure what happened.
I couldn't figure it out.
You have carpal tunnel?
Pardon me.
Carpal tunnel, because I was trying to hold that big bowl.
Yeah,
That's all I could do.
That bowl probably weighs 50 pounds. I mean, it's intense when it vibrates. It'll make your wand chatter. It's kind of, you have to really hold tight to it.
Yeah, I noticed that.
Because once it gets going, it wants to do
That's
that.
what I was.
Yeah, but really hold tight to it.
There was a box of tissues. Yeah, they right there. Going towards just right.
I think Donna's the only one left. We can get, if this is it, I'm going to take one of these chairs out of the middle. I'll put it back here and I'm going to close the hallway. Door. Get started. Says, you would pull that, or I'll get it. Get it out of the way. Donna, you had one of these. You've sat through this meditation before, haven't you, Donna?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm handing that every time.
Yeah, you don't need to waste one of those.
Here, I'll take it.
Super pretty.
Wait for everybody to assume the pillow. I've got some knee bolsters in there for the massage table. Small pillow.
Yeah, that'd be great.
They actually, it makes a lot of difference. I'm gonna go grab a couple. Excuse me.
Right.
Now, you know we're gonna stop everything and we're gonna record you if you fall asleep.
I think with those vibrations, I'll be bouncing off the floor.
I'll sleep.
Just punch me.
The girl that works here, that usually comes to our group, works here. Is she- Yeah.
Has maybe pneumonia. She went from allergies to sinus to worse, and I didn't even talk to her yesterday. She'd been texting me every day saying, I feel worse today. And I know she'd be here if she could. And she's not. She said she had some antibiotics, but she's still under the weather pretty bad. So, all right, so we're ready. All right. I'm gonna leave the light on, just because, but I'd like to welcome everybody to this week's meditation. We're going to do a journey. To start out with, I always like to do a little introduction, just so people kind of get familiar with what we got going on. It's kind of got a lot going on. So, the history of the singing bowls. These are singing bowls. They're called crystal bowls, crystal healing bowls, singing bowls. There's all of them on the internet, so you're looking about the history of these are 99 point something percent pure quartz crystal, but the history of the singing bowl itself, the bowls that produce singing sounds date back to the 10th century. They were shaped and designed for specific harmonics when struck. They're shaped and designed differently over the years. It was in 500 BC from which they have a record of an item used, much like the singing bowl is today, and is referred to as a fountain bowl. And basically, it was filled with water. And the workers carrying the water bowls found out that when they rubbed the handles that it would sing. And so they would use the tone as a mantra. Mantra means a vessel that moves the mind. And it would, basically they would meditate and it would help their day go by quicker, the same way we kind of jammed and our day go by. I like to talk about that is in the Himalayan mountains. And as you read about this, the Tibetans were basically poor mountain farmers. You go back hundreds of years and pretty harsh conditions. And so the village would have a central water supply, and the tinsmith or blacksmith, right, would make these bronze bowls, and they had handles on them. And there was workers that would fill the bowls up from the water supply and take it to the hut. And then if you Google ancient bell, it'll go to old China. And they actually had them as a pendant. And In the small villages, in the living room, they would have an altar, and they would chime the bowl to call the family to worship. And then it worked its way up to the church steeple, and they would ring the church bell to call the community to worship. So in the East, the church bell's origins literally had a connection to these singing bowls. So that's kind of cool. The other thing, I call this meditation a journey through the chakras. And so a lot of people ask, what are the chakras? The word chakra is a Sanskrit word. It has a meaning as a wheel of light. 7 chakras were first described nearly 2600 BC in these ancient sacred texts. Most of our Western knowledge comes from these texts, although the message is eternal. So if we have one or more of these chakras out of a tune, this can lead to mental, physical, or emotional dis-ease. So keeping our chakras aligned and singing in the harmony that they're meant to have help improve our lives on many different levels. For instance, if our heart chakra is out of line, we may have problems or difficulty forming healthy relationships. All right. So, or we may be too emotional, causing unnecessary. So, understanding the relationship can help us lead healthier, happier lives. So, some of the words I want to interchange throughout this meditation are sensations, vibrations, and energy. And so, we try to tie these and emotions. The chakras are used for body, mind, and spirit. To update the language and give people something a little more modern, something out of these. And I tied it to the Celtic Tree of Life. Necklace here, the Tree of Life necklace. And so basically, like the Tree of Life, the tree gets its strength from its roots. And roots as an individual are our values and our beliefs. Tree, as we embody our values and our beliefs, it makes us strong in our identity. And we to the heart, which is love. With the throat chakra, we express love. We treat others the way we want to be treated. And when we do that, with the third eye, we see the bigger picture of love in action. And that is our connection to God or the universe. And like the tree, we draw the nourishment through the leaves down to the roots. It draws the nutrients from Mother Earth back up to the leaves. And we become a channel between God and man, universe, and Mother Earth. And that channel is what the Kundalini flows through. And the Kundalini is the white light. If you look at the American Medical Association, the staff with the 2 serpents going through, that's the chakras, with the 2 serpents being the white light, the Kundalini energy. So the chakras, they begin to open. And the opening of the chakra allows this white light to flow through, and it improves our connection with our higher power, our earth, our Mother Earth, right? And so together to energies or to emotions as energies, because we use emotions to navigate our day. We're very emotional creatures. And so first of all, you need to understand the difference between physical and spiritual energy. By separating the two, it's easier connected. Physical energies we're familiar with, like strength and stamina. Right? It feels like physical energy. What about compassion? Is that not an energy to care, a motivation to care, right? Even telling a lie, denial, and brings comfort to our pride, right? So where do these energies come from? Einstein said everything is energy. And there's a school of thought that claims energy is finite. So a better understanding of the energy is vital when it comes to manifesting our own realities. So tying emotions to energy, when I mention the word love, we feel a warmth, a compassion, a soothing sensation. And when I say anger and rage, you can kind of feel a tension. When I say fear, right? I took these bowls to the women's prison in Madison, and there was 120 inmates signed up for the meditation. They put me in a gymnasium. It's wonderful, one of my best stories. And I know I shouldn't have done it, but I couldn't help it. And so I talk about these emotions being a very personal experience, right, for each one of us. And so when I talk about fear, and there's 120 inmates, and I went, cops! And they all jump. So see, they're here to protect and serve, right? But it's kind of parts good or bad, right? Can kind of change the intensity or the level of the emotions, right? Furthest we're at from one day to the next, right? So we've also all kind of experienced how exhausting stress and right. We've got those peoples in our life that are spiritual vampires. They kind of deplete, the emotional vampires, and it's a very depleting kind of an energy. On the other extreme is a feeling of peace. It has a very calming effect on us. So, in our quest for enlightenment, this is a spiritually fulfilling energy. So this is kind of the playground. So with spiritual growth, we recognize or recognize. Cognize means to think or remember. So we remember our true self, capital T, capital S, our soul self. We focus on the spiritual guidance energies that motivate us into this. When you contemplate these positive energies, it brings you to a better understanding of who you truly are. When I say you are a good person, something within you knows the rightness of my words. Get to know it, for it is a spirit that's truly you. I believe my true essence is a loving and caring person. I learned in my personal inventory work that the harms that I did to others had a devastating effect on me spiritually. I learned the opposite also to be true. I believe that there's no greater gift than helping or loving others. So the negative sensations that I received as I got to know myself, I realized were very ego-based, very self-serving, inconsiderate. When I helped another, when I also felt something, but this sensation was quite different. Spiritual source. It's like wading in a creek and going with the flow. It just comes more a universal direction. I'm sure that I know I played a role in it, but I couldn't make my boss give me a raise. So for me, the secret was to find a source, to tap into this power greater than my human self, the spiritual energy that could create positive results in my life. I believe the energy of my God is good. So to summarize all this meditation will try to help you link together your spiritual, mental, and physical self. It explores the cross or the intersection of the spiritual you on your big thoughts. So to open our chakras thinking and initiate at the core of our being is where we go sense of journey. Spiritual energies we encounter on our personal journey we call feelings or emotions. The bowls are used to enhance the Ajna chakra for your personal experience. This meditation requires your participation, your imagination. It will guide you down your path to your sanctuary, your place of peace. So let go of your expectations as it takes you and enjoy. So I'd like everybody to just kind of get comfortable. If this is your first time meditating, I always say, if your nose itches, scratch it and then go back to your meditation. Do not allow anything to keep you from being comfortable any longer than it needs to. Don't worry about or fight trying to clear your mind. Just relax and tune in to the vibrations of the bowls. When I get done with the meditation, I'll end with the Sanskrit word namaste. Namaste means he acknowledges or loves the spirit in you. So get comfortable and enjoy the journey. You can close you're totally detached from the world around us. So we're going to start out with the zero chakra. Take it a moment and think about the sensations you have when you spend fear. You may experience that fight or flight instinct. May cure the zero chakra and the comfort that it brings. The same way a single candle can dissolve a room full of darkness. The simple knowingness that we're on solid ground in body, mind, and spirit is a comfort that we're naturally attracted to. The first chakra is the root chakra. It's located at the base of the spine. It's red. Imagine the color red covering over you like a splash of water. You're now. When the root chakra is closed or unbalanced, we feel ungrounded. A feel security, overly dependent. When the root chakra is open, this is our connection to our earth. This is where we're grounded, rooted. A sense of survival and trust. And from this strength and security comes confidence and prosperity. As we feel the vibration, imagine our legs are the main taproot of a tree. And this taproot continues. We sit down our legs as they go far into. Imagine being wasted. Become one with that feeling of security. When we become grounded in our personal values and beliefs, we can survive anything. Being one with your earth gives you an abundance of strength. Feel the strength of the chakras, confidence, deep within the core of your being. Own resonates within you. Become one with that feeling of security and strength. And as it dissipates, feel your roots spreading out in all directions, getting smaller and smaller, finally becoming one with the earth around them. Hold on to the vibration. You are well grounded. You are strong. The second chakra is the okay. Is orange. You're now orange. When this chakra is out of balance, we tend to be overly emotional. We take things too personally, and our motives are more self-serving. Envision within your lower back an orange wheel of energy spinning around. And as this energy comes into balance, this is where we bring into the essence of our being. We realize that makes us feel good, like self-worth, pleasure, enthusiasm, and ambition. Feel the craving for this nourishment deep within your core, and like the tree, we draw this nourishment up from our roots into our trunk, into our core. Imagine a campfire where the nourishment rises up from the red coals to the orange body of the fire. You're orange. Our chakra is the solar plexus. It's located at the solar plexus area at the bottom, your lower chest above your navel. The color is yellow. You're now the color of sunshine. When this chakra is out of balance, we experience lower self-esteem, fear. That feeling of fight or flight is present. And as the chakra comes into balance, this is our growth. We realize our personal power. This is the trunk of our tree. We become aware of our purpose. And we have a sense of getting it done. This is where we use the nourishment and feel the vitality of life. We realize potential, embody enthusiasm and ambition. We manifest our sense of fulfillment. Tune into the vibration, become one with the vibration. For you are the yellow tips of the flame dancing out above the fire. You are alive with pleasure, full of potential. Feel the energy as it rises up within you. You are the strength of the tree, the heat of the flame. You are sunlight. The fourth chakra is the heart chakra. The heart is in the upper back. The color is green, a bright green. Many of us spend a lot of time here. This center, chakra, are unbalanced. Isolation. No sense of joy or unity. No fellow. The chakra usually feels partially open, and we would just like for it to be more in tune. For this is where we give and receive love. As we sense this chakra becoming in tune, opening up, we feel the security of being well grounded. We are aware of ambition and enthusiasm, and we have a sense of fulfillment as we recognize our growth, our personal power, and we use this power to give and receive love, for love who we truly are. And this sharing of love and fire is to be the light for others to see, to spread our warmth out in all directions to those around us. Feel the vibration in your chest. Feel the energy rising up within you. Feel the love as your door opens Once we become aware of this energy flowing through again, we can feel the flow increase, the channel within you getting larger. The power of the flow clears away the deep, like the candle to the darkness. It begins to permeate our skin. We start to have that outer show of an inner glow. The fifth chakra is the throat chakra. It's located in the throat area. The color is turquoise. You are now turquoise. The throat chakra self-community percent nonverbal. So when this chakra is unbalanced, our words and our actions. When the chakra comes into balance, we communicate things like truth with a capital T, harmony, creativity, and love. This is where we give ourselves permission to love ourselves and others. When in tune, we communicate ourselves through loving action, smile, or a hug. As we are one with this surging up to the core of our being, feel the sensation of the truth come with truth. The sixth chakra is the third eye chakra, located between the eyebrows. The color is you're now a dark blue. It's said that we cannot cast our eyes, so he gave us a third eye connection to spirit. So as we align our third eye, we begin to see a bigger picture. We can see truth with a capital T. We grow from perception and imagination with clarity to intuition and truth. This truth is awareness. And this is where inspiration comes from. This is where we can see the good in all people. As the power of this energy flow, like the tornado getting larger and stronger as it rises up, become one with the flow, for you are the energy. The energy is you. The seventh chakra is the crown chakra. It's low your head or just above you. The color is violet. You are now a translucent purple. The crown chakra is our door to the universe. Our door. This is the doorway to wisdom and understanding. As with our third, we get a glimpse of the infinite itself. We are the doorways in earth. Like the leaves on the tree from the sun that feeds our core all the way down, which brings the nourishments up from earth back to the leaves. We are the channel between the universe and Mother Earth herself. Like the mighty oak, we have a sense of groundedness and infinite potential. Imagine as you open your door, you're looking at the night sky. The vastness of the sky fills stars. And as you become patient, you feel the energy rising up within you. It launches you out into space to be one with the stars, the universe. Feel the weightlessness. Feel the freedom. Ride the flow into the infinite. For here, you are love. You are truth. You are the universe. Welcome home. Now I want to just connect the Kundalini, the energy that ties all of it. This energy of your true self. Realizing that you are the universe and always be the bigger, not you. Express your unique expression of love stems ours, your passion. The universe is yearning for those same desires. It needs your home. It needs your home. Is realized by being grounded to your true self, to your root chakra, to your earth, your chakra. You can picture yourself standing barefoot in some dirt. Imagine a brilliant white beam of light flowing from deep beneath the surface of the earth. And this light shines right through you. You observe it flowing through your body from below the soles of your feet to the length of out the top of your head and beyond. Like a fluorescent bulb, you can't tell if the light flows up or down, left or right. It just shines. This light shining through us ties all of our chakra centers together. The better the flow, the better the connection to our divine nature, the better understanding. The zero chakra is right below our feet or just under the surface upon which we stand. This white light illuminates our path. It grounds our true nature like gravity. The concept of gravity holding us helps to understand the function of the zero chakra. It provides stability, reliability, a sense of control to our world. I feel much better when I'm grounded in my identity. I know who I am and what I represent. I have an understanding of what my purpose might be and a sense of fulfilling that purpose. That sense of fulfillment comes from my true self. The better my connection with my zero chakra, the more at peace I am, the more I realize my potential. Namaste. So when you're ready, you can come back to the room.